Hello my fellow felines, this is KittyCatPWYarn here, and welcome to another room build. Happy Monday everyone, and I know it says speed build, but this technically counts as a speed build in my opinion, so here we are with another room build, and today I'm actually building a living room, and I called this Grandma's living room, I believe, on the gallery, because it turns out like very traditional and like very kind of old lady-ish, like with the color scheme and everything, and I really like how it turns out. I think it turns out really cute and I hope you guys enjoy it. It is on the gallery under the hashtag KittyCatPWY or my origin ID, which is KittyCatPWYarn, so feel free to go ahead and download it if you want, though it is kind of a weird shape, so good luck fitting it into your houses. And I spent a lot of time at the top of the video kind of messing with the fireplace. I don't end up keeping this one. I grab a different one from Cats and Dogs because I couldn't figure out what to do with the wallpaper for the life of me. But I fixed it and it turns out pretty cute in my opinion. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. So I am kind of pre-recording a little bit because today is actually Wednesday, and normally I would do something like this over the weekend, but I'm worried I'm going to be out of commission. So I guess, long story short, I've had problems with my back for years. I had to have surgery on my back when I was like 13 because I had scoliosis, curvature of the spine, and I had to get rods put in, 2 rods and 26 screws to like straighten my spine and make sure it grows properly and whatever. And I recently, like a year and a half, 2 years ago now, started having issues with my lower back, and I figured it was sciatica because I've heard that's a thing that happens to people just in general, and especially people that have the surgery that I had. And so I was like, oh, it's sciatica, like awful, but you know, I can deal with it. So I decided to bring it up to my doctor, and after a very long while of tests and MRIs and scans and whatever, I've finally been seeing someone about it. So a few weeks ago I traveled like an hour and a half-ish to see the doctor that got recommended for me, and they told me that I may or may not have to have surgery on it to get it fixed because I in fact have 2 pinched nerves and a bulging or hemorrhaging disc. I don't know the difference between bulging and hemorrhaging discs, and they couldn't really tell from whatever scan they were looking at when they decided that. So, you know, they won't know until if they have to go in for surgery, they won't know until they're actually in there. So basically what resulted of that appointment was them being like, oh yeah, well, you know, you might have to have surgery, but we'd rather not avoid that since you're young. I'm 21, if you're curious. So they referred me to someone down in that area, because they said no one in my area would know how to deal with the rods and screws in my back, and they're right. Whenever I have x-rays, people are like freaking out about it, because apparently they've never seen them before, even though this is a relatively common surgery. So they they referred me to someone, and I'm actually seeing that person tomorrow, and I'm getting steroid injections in my spine to, in theory, open up the like passages so the nerves won't be crushed anymore. And that terrifies me a lot, and I've heard horror stories, and I'm just in general worried that I'm not going to be able to do a lot, and it's going to be difficult for me to sit in my desk chair, because my desk chair is kind of crappy anyway, so I don't really like it as is, and it kind of hurts my back already, so I just don't want to push myself too hard after I have that done. And I've also been told that my back might swell after that, and I'm really just not ready for all of what's going to happen. Though by the time that you folks are seeing this, I will have been done with that already. So I don't know why I'm talking about it in such detail. I guess I just wanted to tell you. So if I'm like less active about posting or whatever, I shouldn't be. But if I'm like a little less active, that's probably why. Because I feel like I'm going to freak out. So there's that. But I have talked through most of this build now, and this room has like a very brown and green color scheme, which I actually really like. At this point, I'm just kind of cluttering things up, trying to make it look like my grandmother's house, because she's the type to clutter everything. I just have lots of clutter everywhere, which is fine, obviously. But yeah. I really like how this came out. Like I said it like 3 times already in this video, and I hope you guys do as well. It's available on the gallery if you want to download it under the hashtag KittyCatPWY or my origin ID, which is KittyCatPWYarn. So feel free to go ahead, download it if you want, and probably be sure to have move objects on, because some things are placed in weird places, like I raised stuff up on the bookshelf, and that would just sink and be on the floor. And that probably wouldn't be a good time for you. And if you guys are curious about that red shelf, it's just a piece of custom content that you place there where you want to raise things up to, and then you put them on the shelf and move it over. And I will try to link that in the description for you all. But we're just jumping into screenshots, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, friends! I hope you guys are having a perfect afternoon, evening, or whatever, wherever you are in your neck of the world. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to become a paw parent, because I post new videos all the time. And I will see you all in the next video.